who were fishermen by trade. And Jesus came along and said, follow me. If you follow me, I will make you fishers of men. In other words, I know you do this for a living. I'm seeing you as you are casting your nets into the sea, and you're coming up with a great catch, but I want you to stop that as of right now and follow me. I'm not going to put no oil in the water. Hello? I'm not going to sink your ship, but I still want you to follow me. In other words, he did not hurt their living, but he stopped them from living that way. Did y'all get that? See, God won't stop your livelihood, but he'll stop the way you're living. In other words, he'll make things better for you. What are you trying to say, Pastor? Well, I'm simply saying is, once they stopped casting their nets, drawing in fish, they started following Jesus, drawing in men. But notice their families did not suffer. Why is that? Their families did not suffer. Because Jesus was providing even in the absence of their presence on the ships. They were the owners. They still had their crew going out. Oh, y'all don't hear me. And even their father, remember two of them was with their father, Zebedee, he was still going out because he wasn't a disciple. Not by calling, rather, but he was eventually, but not by calling of the 12. So therefore, Jesus stopped their activity, but the activity didn't stop. Did y'all get that? In other words, brothers and sisters, what I'm trying to tell you, sometimes you got to pause in employment. Take a break. Somebody, this is for somebody here today. Amen. Sometimes you got to take a break for God to focus you in on something that he wants you to focus in on. Can I get a witness? And then when you realize what God has focused you in on, you better get in a hurry and start doing it. Amen. Because he will sustain you as long as you follow him. See, that's why he said, follow me. I'm not taking you off of the ship to follow somebody else. Y'all didn't get that? See, sometimes he will tell you, I'm not taking you off of this certain thing to put you on something else or have you follow something else. You still have to follow Jesus. So therefore, brothers and sisters, let me say this. The Lord just gave me this in my spirit. We have retirees in here. And God just put this in my spirit. If you're a retiree, God has blessed you over the years to retire. He have taken you off of that so-called secular job. But did you know your work haven't stopped yet? Amen. Now that was for somebody too. Amen. Yeah, see, you still live. Amen. And God still provides, does he not? So therefore, he is still requiring of you to follow him. Amen. Then, brothers and sisters, he meets two others. Bible says in that 21st verse, he says, and going on from thence, he saw other two brethren, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother. They were in a ship also with Zebedee, their father, mending their nets, and he called them. He said, it's the same thing he said to the other, follow me, and I'll make you fishers of men. And look what the Bible says, immediately. See, you can't be around here wondering and pondering, talking about, child, I got an opportunity to move on, and, I think I need to do. What you mean you think? Have the Lord spoken unto you? Did the Lord speak to you? If you heard the voice of Jesus, you better get up and move. Amen. Yeah, you better make that move. Move on. God got something in store for you. Can I get a witness in the house? These brothers was making a good living, just as those down in Buras and Venice and Grand Isle. I'm talking about the legitimate ones. They were making a good living, catching shrimp and fish and charter boats. Did you know the charter boat business was a very lucrative business? Rich folks go down there and hire these captains to take them out and catch blue fin tuna and all these big, nice fish and big old redfish out in the deep blue Gulf, and you know, that's good money. And all they doing is buying gas and driving a boat, while everybody else throw their little reels and rods in the water and pull up fish. But a good group captain got to know where the fish is. Now, y'all know I'm going somewhere with this, huh? As pastor, Paul said it like this: follow me as I follow Christ. I say to you, Providence, follow me as I follow Christ. And I, too, like Christ, because he has given me authority, we can make all of you fishers of men. Can I get a witness? But watch now, just like the captain of the charter boat knows how to take a crowd of men, rich men, down into the deep waters of the Gulf where the fish are biting, because you see, he can't make no money if the people don't catch no fish, because they will only charter with him one time. And then the word will get around and say, man, don't use him. You don't catch nothing on his boat. But see, he got to know where the fish are biting. So when he bring you down there, you get a good catch. In other words, you get a good harvest, and when you come back, you bragging to the folks up north. Say, man, they got a man down there, got a charter boat. I tell you, if you charter his boat, you bound to catch some fish. I say to you today, Providence, if you allow me to teach you, to show you, there's some fish out there, and I know where they are. You can go out there and you can become fishers of men. And the harvest will be great. It will. But see, ain't no need of me having a boat. And we like to talk that talk and sing that song, "Oh, ship of Zion." Been sailing for, y'all know, many, huh? Yeah. And King Jesus is the captain. Well, how long you going to be on a boat before you start throwing your rod and reel in the water? Am I making sense, brother deacons? If Jesus is the captain, then I must be the first mate, huh? Or whoever else in charge after the captain. First mate? Yeah, that's what I said, huh? You've been on a ship all these years, and you just realize you don't have a fishing pole. Me and my wife went on a cruise this April past, and I was standing on the water, and I was looking on the side of the ship, and I was looking down in that water. I said, boy, I bet they got some big fish down there. And I kept thinking, I wonder if I could throw a rod and reel down there. I wonder if they'll tell me anything, because I wanted to catch some fish in that water. And that's what I was thinking about. Every time I was on deck, could I throw a rod and reel over there and catch some of these big fish in this water? See, that's what a true fisherman wants to do. If he's a fisherman, he wants to catch fish. Amen? And I love the fish. I don't get a chance to do it as often as I would love to do it, but I love the fish. Amen?